Welcome to my channel. My name is Max the Newsman, and we're looking into the word BRICS, its origin, what it does, and its institutions. Stay tuned as we go on. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also likes. The countries that comprises BRICS, which stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and now 5 new members, are an informal grouping of emerging economies hoping to increase their sway in the global order. Established in 2009, BRICS was founded on the premise that international institutions were overly dominated by Western powers and had ceased to serve developing countries. The bloc has sought to coordinate its members' economic and diplomatic policies, found new financial institutions, and reduced dependence on the US dollar. However, BRICS has struggled with internal divisions on a range of issues, including relations with the United States and Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Meanwhile, its growing membership is both expanding its clout and introducing new tension. Although some analysts warn that the bloc could undermine the Western-led international order, skeptics say its ambition to create its own currency and develop a workable alternative to existing institutions face potential insurmountable challenges. The coalition is not a formal organization, but rather a loose bloc of non-Western economies that coordinate economic and diplomatic efforts around a shared goal. BRICS countries seek to build an alternative to what they see as dominance of the Western viewpoint in major multilateral grouping, such as the World Bank, the Group of Seven, and the UN Security Council. The group's 2024 expansion comes with a range of geopolitical implications. It represents growing economic and demographic heft. The 10 BRICS countries now comprises more than a quarter of the global economy and almost half of the world's population. The group is poised to exert influence over the wars in the Gaza Strip and Ukraine, the shape of the global economic system, the competition between China and the West, and efforts to a transition to clean energy. Experts say that how BRICS members navigate those tensions will determine whether the group can become a more unified voice on the global stage. What are its origins? The term was originally coined by Goldman Sachs economist Jim O'Neill in a 2009 research paper in which he argued that the growth of what was then the countries, then called BRIC, Brazil, Russia, India, and China, was poised to challenge the dominant G7 wealthy economies. Russia was the first to call a convening of the 4 countries, a decision analysts say was driven by Russian President Vladimir Putin's growing desire to create a counterweight to the West. Russia hosted the first official summit in 2009, and South Africa joined a year later by invitation from China, forming a 5-country grouping that will persist for more than a decade. The next wave of expansion came at 2023 BRICS Summit, with invitations extended to 6 newcomers: Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates, UAE. All accepted except Argentina after its newly elected president, Javier Milei, pledged to turn the country in a pro-West direction, saying that it would not ally with communists. Saudi Arabia has reportedly accepted the membership, but has delayed officially joining without giving detailed further explanation. What does BRICS do? First of all, we know that the BRICS heads of state convene annually, with each country taking a 1-year chairmanship to set priorities and host a summit. The bloc relies on consensus-based decision-making and is largely informal. It has no defining charter, secretariat, or common funds. None. These are them in list. Coordinate policies. BRICS countries coordinate multilateral policies and meet annually at formal summits. Also, reform institutions. BRICS seeks to reform existing institutions such as the UN Security Council, the World Bank, and the IMF. Now, coming to counterbalance Western influence. BRICS seeks to counterbalance the influence of Western-dominated global institutions. Also cooperate on economic expansion. BRICS countries cooperate on economic expansion, including trade. The last is establishing of a united front. BRICS seeks to establish a united front of emerging economic perspectives in multilateral institutions. Some other things that BRICS countries do include emphasizing multilateralism and opposing non-UN sanctions, calling for new global reserve currency as an alternative to the US dollar. Advocate for some other things that BRICS countries do include emphasizing multilateralism and opposing non-UN sanctions, calling for new global reserve currency as an alternative to the US dollar. Advocate for global governance reform, influencing the United States' position on major trade accords, increasing their economic development. Having said all this thing, we can now look into BRIC financial institutions. The New Development Bank, NDB, and the Contingent Reserve Arrangement, CRA, are two financial institutions created by the BRICS countries. Now, NDB, also known as the BRICS Bank, this multilateral development bank was established in 2015 by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The NDB's mission is to mobilize resources for projects in developing and emerging markets. Its headquarters are in Shanghai, China. Contingent Reserve Arrangement, CRA, is the BRICS Monetary Fund. The NDB has expanded its membership as to include Bangladesh, the United Arab Emirates, and Egypt. There's many more we'll be bringing to you. Remember to subscribe, hit like, and hit the notification bell to get the latest from our site.